watching you, so come on. Ain't no waiting, no escaping. No, no, no. Free forever. So much better. I know one thing, yeah, I know me, I ain't worried.
What's up, family, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kayla Joy. To kick things off, we're going to start out with a 3-part series. Okay, this is your natural hair one-on-one masterclass, crash course, whatever you want to call it. So this is for all of my people out there who are new to the natural hair game. You are not true to this, but you are definitely new to this, and that's okay, because this is why I'm here. I'm here to help you. I got you. This is part 1, which is the lingo. So in the natural hair game, you hear a lot of different terminologies being thrown around, different things that you're like, what are they talking about? So I'm just going to be going through those terms with you guys just to get you familiar with what it is that I'm talking about as you watch and journey with me on my natural hair journey. So number 1 is natural hair. So what is natural hair? Natural hair simply is when you're wearing your hair in its most natural state. So that means you're not altering your curl pattern. You're not altering your pattern at all. So maybe you don't have curly hair. Maybe you have wavy hair. Whatever the case may be, whatever texture your hair is, however your hair comes, however God made your hair, however your hair grows out of your scalp, that's what natural hair is. Now, there's a lot of people that try to be real deep and that try to be super, technical, and they try to say, well, if you color your hair, you ain't really natural because that's chemicals and that's you processing your hair. Okay, you just being extra, you being petty. Okay, so if I color my hair, which my hair is not colored right now, I have grown my color out, but if you color your hair, you are still considered natural in my book anyway. Natural hair just simply means you wearing your hair however it grows out of your scalp, okay, in its natural states. All right, so that was number 1, natural hair. Number 2 is transitioning, going natural, okay? So you might hear the term, I'm going natural, okay? Natural, it's not a physical place, but it is. It is a place. It is a destination that we all should try to get to. So those of us that are going natural, that's where we're growing our hair out. We're no longer putting perms in our hair, but we're growing the perm, growing the relaxer out so that our natural hair can begin to grow in. That leads us to number 3, which is the big chop. Okay, so what's the big chop? Okay, simply the big chop is when you take your relaxed hair and your hair in its non-natural state and you simply cut it off to where it's at its natural state. So if you have a relaxer, what typically happens is you'll grow your relaxer out a little bit. You know how we get a relaxer, and when it's time for a new relaxer, you can see that new growth, you know what I'm saying? The roots is, all puffed up and stuff. So simply you let that grow out a little bit and you just take the straight ends and you chop it all off, okay? Now, for all of my brave sisters out there, I admire you. I love you, okay? You are the real MVPs. For those of you who have enough courage and strength to just chop your hair off and not think twice about it, you the real MVP, okay? Now, I'm gonna just get free. I didn't do the big chop, but I was one of the ones that transitioned. So I didn't have enough courage to chop all my hair off. So what I did was, is I did protective styles. I did braids. I kept my hair in braids. And every time I would take my braids out, I would let my hair breathe for a little bit. And my stylist, which was my auntie, at the time, she would just slowly just trim my ends for me into where my new growth would come in, and eventually all my relaxed ends were gone. So I did the transitioning phase versus the big chop. So whatever floats your boat, whether you want a big chop or you want to transition, whatever you want to do, just do you, okay? And then that leads us to number 4, which is the TWA, okay? This took me a minute to kind of figure out what this was, okay? I'm gonna just be honest. I saw this term everywhere, TWA, 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 and I'm like, what in the world is a TWA? A TWA is a teeny whittle afro, excuse me. It's a teeny whittle afro, TWA. That's simply what it is. So for all of my ladies out there who does the big chop, or you guys do the big chop, that's where they rock their teeny whittle afro. That's at the beginning stages. Of course, you chopped your hair, so it's a nice, you know, cute short haircut style. So that's what the TWA is. Number 5, the length check. So you're gonna hear this terminology for the natural who's growing out their hair and they want to just do check-ins to see how their growth is doing. So that's where you just simply, kind of self-explanatory, you literally do a length check, see where your hair is. So if I do a length check right now and I stretch my hair out, my hair is kind of right here. Yeah, it's right here in my armpit, right there. Past my shoulder, so you know I'm at armpit length right now. So that's simply all length check is. Number 6 is wash day. Okay, wash day. Yes, wash day. Wash day is simply the day that you have to put in your calendar as a natural. When you make a decision, you decide that I'm washing my hair today. Okay, why do I gotta put it on my calendar? Wash day, it's not something that you just, you know, you just jump into, you know, haphazardly. You gotta plan this thing out. You gotta put it in your calendar. Ask my husband. I put in our calendar when I'm washing my hair. Why? Because it's literally gonna take you all day. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. It's gonna take you all day. So we are a fairly busy family. I'm a fairly busy person. I do a lot. Full-time job. I work very heavily in ministry, so I have a 1.5-year-old. We are super busy, okay? So it is important that I put in our calendar, the calendar that I share with my husband, that today is wash day. So he knows, don't bother me. You gotta get Morgan. Y'all gotta go somewhere. I gotta wash my hair. It's like, I'm exaggerating, but seriously, it is a long hair process because there's a lot that goes into your wash day. So you shampoo, you deep condition, you gotta detangle, and then you gotta style. I mean, it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. So that leads us to our next term, which is co-wash. Okay, so on your wash day, this is when you are cleansing your hair. And co-wash, this was another terminology that I was like, what are they talking about? Okay, so co-washing is simply washing your hair with conditioner. Okay, so you're not using any shampoos, but you're simply using conditioner. So why do I want to do that? So in the natural hair community, and especially for naturals who have my particular texture, this is a something that's, you know, prevalent and known all across the board with all hair textures. But I'm gonna just be honest, especially for my tightly coiled, kinky hair, really tight curly hair girls, sometimes retaining moisture can be very hard. And so depending on what type of shampoo you get, if your shampoo has ingredients, harsh ingredients like sulfates in them, they tend to strip your hair from its natural moisture, leaving your hair dry. So our hair and our scalp creates oils and moisture on its own that comes from our scalp, and then it flows down to our hair shafts, and to the rest of our hair strands. And when we shampoo our hair, depending on what we're using, that can strip our hair of its natural oils, which, you know, causes our hair to be even drier. And so to combat that and kind of help that situation, a lot of naturals will choose to, instead of shampooing their hair, they will co-wash, which is where they will wash with conditioner only. Okay, now this is something that I don't do very often. I tried doing it and kind of didn't really work out for me. With co-washing, I'm just going to be honest, you have to be careful. You have to know your hair, which is something that we're also going to talk about in another part of this natural hair series. We're going to talk about that later on down the line, but you got to know your hair. And so for me personally, I tend to use co-washes in between washes. So it's still very important to really cleanse your hair, which is what a shampoo is going to do. But you don't have to get shampoos with harsh ingredients in them. You can get shampoos that are sulfate free and free from those other chemicals to help combat the stripping of your hair of the natural oils. But if I notice that my hair is not really dirty, I didn't really use a lot of products, there's not a lot of product buildup, and maybe it's been 2 weeks, but I want to, stretch my hair out for another week, or maybe there's something that I'm trying to do with my hair where I need to wait to wash it, then I will do a co-wash with my hair, where I'm washing with conditioner only. And I do this, just a tip, when you use a co-wash, use a cleansing co-wash. It's very, very important that when you buy your co-washes to look for that keyword cleansing, because instead of just washing with regular conditioner, because when you wash your hair, you want it to be clean, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you just use conditioner only, you're not really cleaning your hair as well as if you're using shampoo. So if you use a cleansing co-wash, which is a cleansing conditioner, that simply means it's a conditioner, but it has an ingredient that's still safe, but there's an ingredient in there that's a little bit extra than just a regular conditioner that's going to help cleanse your hair without stripping your hair of its natural moisture. So that's the co-wash. Next, number 8, we have a slip. Okay, so this term slip, you might hear someone say, "Oh, this product got so much slip." Okay, so slip is basically like how easily the product goes through your hair and detangles your hair. So there's some products that are really thick in consistency, and then there's some products that it's just the right balance. It's thick, but at the same time there's enough water in it to where it really gets through your hair. So that's all slip means. Okay, then number 9, which is my favorite, is definition. Okay, that's the goal. Definition, aka curl poppage. Okay, when you hear a natural say definition, what they're saying is my hair is defined. Okay, that means that my curls are defined. It's not just I won't say a big mess, because some naturals, you don't want your hair to be super defined. You just want it to be how it is. So I won't say a big mess, but depending on what you're looking for when you're doing your different styles, if you're looking for definition, you're looking for your curls to be really, really defined. That means you should be able to see the curls. So for example, if you look at, I have a twist out here, but you see that? You can see, look at that definition. You can see that curl right there. That's curl poppage. Okay, now I know I got some frizz going on too, but we accept the frizz too. Frizz is not bad. Frizz mixed with the right amount of definition, that's a popping style right there. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. So definition is just simply curl poppage. And then when we get into our hairstyles, we have number 10, which is the twist out. So I said definition was my favorite, but this is really my favorite. I lied a little bit. This is my favorite, the twist out. I am a twist out queen. Okay, my go-to style is a twist out. It's what I do. I can do a twist out in my sleep. Okay, try me when it comes to the twist out. I can out twist out anybody. Okay, I'm just confident in my twist outs. It works for me. Okay, so you have your twist outs, which is simply where you style your hair and you twist it, then you sleep in it overnight, or you leave it in for a certain amount of time, and then you take it out and you have, voila, you have this beautiful result. Okay, but within the twist out, there's variations. You have a 2-strand twist out and you have a 3-strand twist out. So the 2-strand twist out is where you only take 2 of your hair strands and you twist it. Then you have the 3-strand twist out, which is where you take 3, you part your hair into 3 parts like you're getting ready to do a braid, but instead of you going like crisscross with the braid, you're actually twisting your hair, but with 3 strands. I know it kind of sounds complicated. I thought it was complicated, but it's actually really easy. And this is a 3-strand twist out. So yeah, and 2-strand twist out, 3-strand twist out. These are some of the tutorials that I'm going to be showing you guys on my channel. So just, stay tuned. And so next we have a braid out. So a braid out is just like a twist out, but instead of you twisting, you are actually making a plait. Basically, you wearing a style But instead of you twisting your hair, you are braiding your hair, and then you sleep in it or you leave it in for a few days, and then whenever you decide to take it out, you have these beautiful curls or beautiful waves just popping. Then you have a perm rod set. So a perm rod set is where you use, for lack of a better word, they're called perm rods, but simply rollers. When you take those rollers and you simply wrap your hair, sit under the dryer, and then you take them out and you have this really cute curl. Simple, that's it. Then you have the wash and go, okay? The wash and go. Now, wash and go is simply where you wash your hair and you go, okay? Sorry, let me stop. Let me back that up, because for some girls, and I'm not even gonna hate, because again, I love my hair and I want you to love your hair, but everybody's hair is different. There are some naturals out there who can do a wash and go, and literally they can wash their hair and it curls up. They have that particular curl pattern, and there's no need to hate on them. That's the way God made them. Hey, and it's beautiful, and the way your curls are is beautiful as well. But they can literally wash their hair and just go. Okay, but for people with texture like myself, okay, you literally can't just wash your hair and go. Okay, basically a wash and go is you wash your hair and then you use some type of conditioner or curl definer, whether it's gel or some type of product, and you take it and you put it through your hair. Whether there's different methods, that's you can use the rake and shake, where you rake your fingers through it and shake your hair. You can do the shingling method, where you're like rubbing it down your hair. You can do all kinds of methods. So you're not twisting it, you're not really manipulating it. You're really just kind of like applying products that are bringing your natural curl pattern out. And so that's what a wash and go is. And then next we have deep conditioning. Okay, so this kind of goes back up to our wash days. So you wash your hair with shampoo, then you do a conditioner. Now a deep conditioner is, when you go a little bit deeper. Okay, you got conditioner on the surface level, but when you got issues, your hair needs more moisture, more TLC, more tender loving care, and you gotta do a deep conditioner. So simply what it is just a conditioner, and you really can do this with any type of conditioner, but you allow it to sit on your hair so it can really penetrate. And now you can do this with the regular conditioner, but there are products out there on the market that are specifically called deep conditioners, where they have these extra products in there that are made and designed to really penetrate your hair, to give your hair the moisture that it needs. There's deep conditioners that are moisturizing, there's deep conditioners that are hydrating, there's deep conditioners that are protein based. So whatever you need, it's out there for you. So that's basically where you are just putting that moisture back into your hair and just the nutrients and the different things that your hair needs. And last but not least, you have protective styling. Okay, so protective styling is where you style your hair in order to protect it. Okay, with the protective style, you have to be strategic. Okay, so you're styling your hair so your hair is not exposed, and your hair is not being dealt with in a way where it's going to cause breakage or damage. So sometimes when we wear our hair out in twist outs and different styles, our hair can rub up against our clothes. Our hair, sometimes in the wintertime when it's really cold and the air is really dry, it can tend to be very damaging to our hair. So what we do is we give our hair a break, and that's really another way of defining protective styling, is giving your hair a break. When your hair has a lot of manipulation, you're gonna see and you're gonna experience a lot of breakage. So protective styling, it gives you a chance to get a break from doing your hair, because okay, let's just be honest, natural hair is work. It ain't even work, it's work. Okay, you gotta be committed to this thing. Okay, you do. I'm just gonna be honest. It doesn't necessarily have to be hard. But it does take work and it does take care. And so just to give yourself a break from that, you have protective styling. So these are things such as box braids, twists, weaves, wigs. Okay, I was against the wig game. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know why. I can't even give you a valid reason, but I kind of look down on wearing wigs. But that is now my new go-to protective style. That is the last and final one. I hope you guys have learned something. I hope you have been enlightened to the natural hair lingo and the natural hair terminology. And stay tuned for part 2, where we talk about natural hair 101. Learn thy hair, okay? Learn thy hair. You gotta know your hair. You gotta know your hair. And this is where we talk about the big 3. We talk about density, we talk about porosity, and we talk about hair type, which is basically your hair pattern. And so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you like. Also, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. You have not already, okay? You kind of been trying to feel me out, okay? This is our moment right here. I promise you, I got you. Rock with me, okay? Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? And become a part of the It Comes Natural crew. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in part 2. Peace.